Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am General Lotz, and today we're gonna gush about Predator Badlands. I just got out from watching Predator Badlands, and there's a lot I have to say about this movie. I've already seen like the talking heads complaining about it, saying it's woke and that like it's the Disneyfication of Predator and such. The reality is, it's pretty much none of those things. There's no wokeness to be had in this movie whatsoever. Disneyfication? I don't know that I would agree with that. Basically, this movie is 100% awesome, amazing, good, iconic. If this movie had come out back in like say 1996, people today would be saying it's like the greatest thing ever. I can see that it might end up, getting some undue hate just from your usual talking head suspects. So, what makes Predator Badlands so good? It's good because it's got actual characters that you care about. It's got an actual plot that has a legitimate start and finish. And not a single scene is wasted, not a single character is wasted, there's no lame lines, there's no millennial writing, there's nothing cringy, weird, or awkward about it. It's just a movie. It's a movie, ladies and gentlemen. Not only that, but it's a movie that's actually legitimately good. I am so shocked at how good this is. And as I was watching it, I was like, it took this long to make a movie like this? It was that hard to make something this simple? This movie isn't exactly what one might consider Shakespeare, mainly because it's not a particularly complex story. The movie essentially stars Dick, a predator who is considered the weakest of his clan. The movie begins with him and his brother sparring. His brother looks out for him, but his father hates him. His father wants Deck's brother to kill Deck because Deck is too weak, but the brother saves Deck. The father then kills the brother, and Deck goes to this planet where he's gonna hunt the most dangerous beast of all time. And the movie is most of the movie is Deck trying to hunt down that beast. Very quickly in the movie, Deck meets the Robo Babe, who is actually a legitimately attractive and not only is she legitimately attractive, but she also has a great personality. Very seldom will we actually have female characters in a movie that actually have a legitimately good personality that we legitimately care about. I'm very shocked at how good this female character legitimately is. She doesn't girl boss, she doesn't steal the kill or anything like that. She kind of guides Deck around. Deck doesn't immediately go like, yes, queen. Instead, he's kind of aloof, but not aloof to an annoying extent. What's kind of funny is Deck is kind of like the good guy equivalent to the Larn Nixva character from the AVP one novel he appeared in. He's kind of like that, except actually good. He's like shorter than the other Predators. He's supposed to be weaker than the other Predators. Not that you would know that. The movie likes to suggest that he's like weak or malformed in some way. He doesn't actually stop kicking ass at any time, so I'm not sure where they got that, but whatever. And throughout the movie, there's a lot of really, really awesome action sequences where Deck is basically just killing all sorts of shit, because he basically goes to Katachan from Warhammer 40k and has to like slice everything up. Eventually, the twosome gets befriended by a space monkey, a spunky. Oh dear. And there are some overtones of like the Yo Baby from Mandalorian, except unlike the Yo Baby, the space monkey is actually legitimately a entertaining character, and on top of that is actually useful and does things that are useful for the characters. Unlike the Yo Baby, which just kind of waddles around. There's a lot of Mandalorian in this, except good. You know, as much as I like the Mandalorian, Filoni and his baloney wasn't very good and kind of didn't allow the Mando show to evolve in any way. In this one movie, they did everything that Mando kind of set out to do, but didn't do. Like Deck and the female android, my Dreamweaver, actually have legitimate chemistry with each other, and that's really something that Mando and Cara Dune or Starbuck from Battlestar Galactica was supposed to have, but never did. The Yo Baby actually, once again, has a character arc. Deck has a character arc. Mando never had a character arc. and once again, this is not a complex story. This isn't Shakespeare. It's literally just a typical hero's journey of, you know, Deck's father tries to kill him. Deck wants to hunt down a super beast so he can gain honor. It's like, that's not a hard story. It's, and like I said, not a single scene is wasted. None of the dialogue is cringy. The female android is actually legitimately good. The movie has 2 villains. Each villain is pretty good, like really good. And it's like, once again, this isn't complex storytelling. It's just, they did it. Now, I can see some of the complaints will be like, why is it PG-13? There is no reason why this movie should be rated R. Not every movie needs to be rated R. Horror movies are routinely rated R because of the gore. This is not a movie that needs to have a lot of gore or a lot of swearing or anything like that. There's very little swearing. There's just one shit in the entire movie. And it's not a story that needs that. The original Predator had a lot of swearing and had a lot of gore because essentially the original Predator is it's a horror movie, and it does that well. But this is not a horror movie. This is a coming-of-age action-adventure story, and here's the thing. If you consider that betraying the Predator mythos, it's not. You can't just keep making the same movie over and over again. The Predator as a concept had to evolve, and it did pretty quickly. The original AVP comic gave us a Predator protagonist. I should know, because I've got old Dashende. Oh, come on, camera. There we go. The camera is not... He's got his cloak on. That's actually a plot point from the movie. One of the things... whatever. I've got Dashende right there. One of the aspects of the movie is Deck is trying to get his cloaking device, and he's not able to earn it. Oh dear. It does get a payoff in the ending, and we're going to get to the spoilers in a minute. But, like, you needed to have... We needed this movie back in 1996. We did not need just the same movie over and over again. Predators advanced the concept and did something new with the franchise. The Predator was just a complete piece of crap. Predator 2 was basically just Predator 1, but with a more psychological angle. This is something entirely new. This is something we needed. The Predator is not a snarly monster. The Predator is, in reality, an intelligent creature. What I find fascinating, though, is I already have seen some videos where, like, how do the Predators have technology? If they're cavemen? What? What I find really amusing is just how little is known about Yacha. Oh yeah, that's another thing. It's another thing, lads and lasses. Yacha is on screen. Oh man, I remember all the fucking talking heads talking about how, like, Yacha, that's stupid. Why do we need consistent lore? You see that? I got you consistent lore. I was like, when I saw Yacha, it's like every dream I ever had came true. Because as a Predator fan, I knew what a Yacha was. I read the fucking books. All 3 of them. And it's like, to see it finally on screen, it's like, this movie, it's like, imagine if Heir to the Empire or Dark Empire was on the big screen. Imagine that became a movie. That's what this movie is to me. And like I said, we needed this back in 1996. We needed the franchise to evolve. You can't just have the same plot over and over again. Making it an action-adventure movie with a Predator protagonist is something that is very, very necessary. People have complained about Deck's design. I really like his armor. I really like the fact that what they had to do is they had to kind of squish his head so he could emote more, which you need because it's a movie where he's going to be the protagonist. Since the Predators are intelligent, you can actually have ones that are going to be positively disposed to humanity. And once again, you can't just keep making the same movie over and over again. You can't just have the Predator be a horror movie character. You needed to evolve, and it did, and it worked. So, if you're on the fence about seeing it, I really recommend watching it. It is every bit as iconic as Alien or Aliens. It's every bit as iconic as something like Pacific Rim. This is a legitimately good movie, and I don't say that lightly. I'm a very, very critical person when it comes to movies, because I know what good looks like, and good looks like this. So anyway, I think about 3/4 into the movie, Deck starts fighting he's trying to fight, I can't remember the name of the monster, because like I said, I literally just got out of the movies like right now. He has to fight the big baddie, the big monster. That's like the first villain of the movie. And he does, the monster is kind of like a Godzilla thing. The android woman, you know, the hot robe babe, kind of betrays Deck. because Weyland-Yutani's gone to this death world to try to collect, you know, biological samples. Once again, there could have been wokeness here, because the Robabe has, like, what I think people would probably describe as a robo-girlfriend, but no, it's actually a robo-sister. The robo-sister eventually does become the main villain of the movie. So anyway, Dek fights the big baddie. He doesn't get his ass kicked, but the monster just keeps doing the Godzilla thing of, like, regrowing lost limbs and such. And Dek is almost, like, killed, but earlier in the movie, the space monkey spat on him to, like, have him be part of the Space Monkey clan. I wonder what that could mean. Well, anyway, all the evil androids, because in the movie, there aren't any humans. Weyland-Yutani sent a crew of androids, which makes a lot of sense. I mean, if you can make androids, why would you send humans in the first place to this death world to get all the space fauna and such? Well, the evil androids show up, then they freeze the big space monster, and they freeze Dek, and they capture him. Well, eventually, the Robabe is able to break Dek out, and Dek, you know, like, declares revenge. And in a scene kind of like from Predator 1, I don't think this is a member berry. It's just something similar. He uses a lot of the natural environment to create new weapons. He even gets, like, a pet snake that shoots acid. Well, anyway, Dek decides to go and rescue his robo-girlfriend. It's a really awesome fight, and there's an awesome final boss fight. Actually, it's not even a final boss fight. It's a multi-phase boss fight where the evil android sister shows up in a proto power loader and starts, like, fucking everything up. She's beating up Dek, and then Dek is able to then the robo girlfriend lets out the big space beast. The space beast beats up the evil android. There's this really touching scene where Dek learns that the space monkey is actually the child of the space beast. And there's, like, this really touching, heartwarming moment where, like, they all kind of come together. And I think that's good. I'm sure that if you want to hate on the movie, it's like, oh, they should have just killed each other. It's like, yeah, that'd been real original. I wouldn't have seen that coming a mile away. I like the fact that it brought in the human elements of, like, hey, maybe we can all work together. There's actually a through line where, like, the Space Babe is, like, talking to Dek and saying, like, you know, there's the wolf pack where there's the alpha wolf who's supposed to be, like, the head protector of the clan. And it's really nice. It's really a nice human story. It's like, oh, but it's supposed to be a yacht story. It's like, look, you know what? If you want to watch that kind of movie, go watch The Predator. But anyway, there's a awesome kind of, like, Aliens-inspired moment where everything's kind of winding down, everybody's, like, hugging, kissing, and all the rest, and then boom! The space beast blows up, and the evil android sister starts attacking everybody, and there's a fight at the end. The evil android sister is defeated, and then you would think the movie was over. It is not. They go back to Yatja Prime. The fact that they even go to Yatja Prime at all, it's just like, oh, it makes me so happy. Dek has a final showdown with his father, kicks the crap out of him because he went through, like, you know, Katachan, so he's like the super warrior. The space monkey is now grown into, like, a Space Beast Junior, bites the head off of the evil father, and the movie ends with Dek's mother coming to start some kind of trouble. That's pretty cool. I liked it a lot. I like this movie a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Like, I have not liked a movie this much since, I think, Pacific Rim back in 2013. Oh yeah, I didn't mention this earlier, and we're already in the spoiler territory, so only the real fans will know my opinion on this. The sweeping vistas look really good. A lot of movies will try to do the sweeping vista thing, and it's just boring bullshit. Prometheus did that, and it just looked pretentious as fuck. Whereas this, since it's an adventure movie, you know, as Dek is traveling through this, you know, death world, when you have the sweeping vistas, it's like he's trying to go somewhere. This is going somewhere, and so it's cool. The music is really good. This is one of my favorite film scores of all time. Now, when I say that, there's a lot of film scores that are above this, but this is in the pantheon of, like, great Alpha Prime film scores. It's not just Hans Zimmer bullshit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta tell you, Predator Badlands, it is one of my Alpha Prime movies. This is a movie that I will watch alongside something like Aliens or Star Wars because it's character. It's character that carries this movie through. You come to care about Deck. You come to care about the Space Babe. You come to care about the Space Monkey. The fights are good because you care about what is going on. And that's the thing. If this was just another Predator movie where the Predator shows up, everybody's like, what's that? And he starts killing, you know, military guys. It's like, we've already seen that. By having, because the Predator is a cool concept. It's this outer space hunter guy. That should be your protagonist. It starts out where he's mysterious, but we know what he is. I'm looking forward to an AVP movie where Deck has to like fight against like an alien queen or something, or maybe like he gets captured by like his evil mother and has to fight like a xenomorph queen. But this can go somewhere. This is a movie that can go places. We've got a cast. We've got objectives. We've got a place for Deck to go. That's the thing. We can go somewhere now. It's just like they made a movie. I mean, they made something that could be franchisable. That's the main thing. You know, he has a journey he can go on. That's the thing. There is stuff for him to do outside of this one movie, and we could actually see more of this Predator AVP extended universe. There's a place to go now. Now, will they go there? I don't know. But I gotta tell you, this is really an impressive movie. This is something I've been wanting to see since literally 1996. And so, yeah, that's my thoughts on Predator Badlands. And so, I am General Lotz, wishing you good Pacific Rim and good Iron Man 1. Whatever makes you happy. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and please consider leaving a like or a comment as the algorithm desires your soul. And I want to thank all those fans who have supported this channel, both past and present.